Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I'm back here at Team Toyota of Princeton. Take a look at one of the heavy hitters in the three-row midsize SUV segment. That's what's behind me, a 2023 Toyota Highlander. This is the XSE all-wheel drive, and the color on this is blueprint, and we got a pretty interesting interior for you in this one as well. So let's see what this brings to the table in that three-row midsize SUV segment, and let's dig in. All right, the front end of this Highlander, we have LED headlights, LED daytime running lamps, LED fog lamps down below, standard bulbs for the turn signals. We have the blueprint color. That's what this is called. Toyota badge in the middle, gloss black on the grille up top, some gloss black on the grille down below with a nice aluminum trim underneath that. I think it's a really good looking front end here on this 2023 Highlander XSE. All right, wheel and tire setup on this Toyota Highlander. We have a 20-inch gloss black wheel, Toyota badge in the middle, standard brake and rotor package. These 20-inch wheels are wrapped in Bridgestone Alenza all-season sport tires, 235 on the width, a 55 series sidewall, 20s, all four corners, all-wheel drive. All right, full side profile of this Highlander XSE. We have that dark blue in color. We have the flat black around the wheel arches with the black wheels. Let me know what you think. Black and blue, I like the combo. It sounds good too. We're blacked out as far as the surrounds around the windows, no chrome. Gloss black on the side view mirror. It's a really good looking, aggressive look. And I love that body design that comes off the bottom of the front door and then kicks up over the wheel arches into the tailgate. Really is a good look to this Highlander. Let me know what you think in the comments. As we move in closer, we're gloss black on the side view mirror with LED turn signals. We're color matched on the front and the rear door handle. Left side fuel filler cap up top. We are color matched on the roof, shark fin antenna. We got the crossbars going on this one. And then up top, we have a sunroof. All right, rear end of the Highlander, we have a nice roof spoiler coming off the top. We have the rear wiper down below on the rear glass. Toyota badge in the middle. We have LED brake lights, LED tail lights, standard bulbs for the rear turn signals. The Highlander badge down on the left side of the tailgate, the XSE all-wheel drive on the right. Underneath that, we got some flat black with some aluminum trim. And then we have the exhaust coming out the right side of the vehicle. Chrome /cut, looking good. All right, we are under the hood of this 2023 Highlander. And what do we have here but a 2.4 liter turbocharged inline 4-cylinder engine mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission. 265 horsepower, 310 pound-feet of torque, MPGs, 21 in the city, 28 on the highway, 24 combined. The engine's minimum octane rating is 87, so you can run this on regular unleaded gas. Before we get into the interior, you're going to want to know, Mike, how much does this beautiful blue and red Highlander cost? Well, MSRP, the way this one is optioned, $47,597. So let's check out the interior. Starting with the footbox, a nice large dead pedal brake and accelerator. The carpeted floor mats are in the tailgate area. Moving over to the seats, we have power seats for the driver and front passenger, which is a nice touch. Then we have this beautiful black and red material on the seats, feeling good, cross stitch, nice two-tone color. I really like how the red and black play off on one another with the blue exterior. It's a really brave interior color, especially for Toyota, who tends to be more conservative in their color choices, but this one is really wicked. Door panels, soft touch up top, all flat black around the switchgear and the door handle, brushed aluminum on the door handle, some more brushed aluminum on around the switchgear area with that nice red insert. Really looking nice here in this Highlander XSE. We get to the dash, we have soft touch up here with the stitching, more black patterned material here to eliminate fingerprints. We have a nice storage area right here, more of the stitching, more of the nice material, soft touch, and then down below a nice large glove box. Infotainment system, we have Toyota's 8-inch multimedia infotainment system with nav. We got music, you got your phone you can Bluetooth, you got your vehicle settings you can go into. Down below where you can get your Wi-Fi hotspot, you can modify your display, check out your cameras, Bluetooth your phone. We have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto compatibility in this system. We can customize our vehicle settings, go into lights, see how you want all that set. So we're all set there. Backup camera, nice and clear. No trajectory on the backup camera. I'd like to see that updated a little bit. Probably could do a little bit better job there. But we have dual climate control down below, which is a nice touch. We have 3-stage heated seats for the driver, and over here, front passenger, which is a nice touch. You have your hard controls for your HVAC and rear climate control, which is nice. We have 2 heat and air vents, your 4-way hazards, a wireless charging pad right underneath that, and then down below, we have more storage, USB-A, 2 USB-Cs, and a 12-volt, so they got you covered there. Then we come down here, and here's the gear shift to go through this 8-speed automatic transmission. Your drive mode selector right there. Then you have your mud and sand and rock and dirt controls right here, or push for normal driving. So they got more action going on there. Here's your electronic parking brake, traction control off, snow mode, hill descent control. They got everything in this Highlander. And then for your center armrest, instead of lifting it up, you just push that button and slide it back. You got a nice little removable tray. And then down here, you do have an additional 12-volt in the storage area below. Toyota key fob, very, very light key fob. Fairly simple. Lock, unlock, pop the tailgate, panic button. On the back it says Toyota Highlander, but it's a very light to the touch and to the feel on this Toyota key fob. Toyota steering wheel, nice leather wrap steering wheel, nice 10 and 2 notches. Toyota badge on the horn button, some nice brushed aluminum finish on and around the switchgear, flat black on the switchgear itself, telephone device commands on the left, as well as the pad to operate the portion of the dash that's digital. And then we have our cruise control and safety suite controls on the right. No paddles here. On the left stalk, we have our headlights and our fog lamp controls. On the right, our front and rear windshield wiper. Down below here, we have our adaptive high beam assist right here, on or off, engine stop start off. And then we have our pop in the tailgate. This is a manual tilting and telescoping steering wheel. Then we move on to our digital dash, where we have analog gauges for our speedometer, tachometer, fuel level, and coolant temperature. And then we have a display in the center that will display other information that you may want to scroll through and select. So I really like how that is set up. Easy to read, easy to use, easy to understand. When we look at our drive modes, we got the drive modes that come right up here. You have Sport, Normal, and Eco. Those are your choices. We're going to leave it at normal today. It's a miserable day out. And then you have your controls over here. You go to mud and sand, and we get some changes on the screen. And then we go the other way to rock and dirt. We got some changes going on the screen. So that's pretty cool. You push that normal button, you're back to normal driving mode. And then we got that snow action, and it just pops up on the top left in green, snow. So that's kind of where we have this in this Highlander. So they got plenty of drive modes for you, and it looks pretty good. Overhead console time. This Highlander does not have LED lighting on the interior, but to have the lighting come on when you open and close the door, this center switch needs to be set on door. So when you open the door, the lights will come on. When you close the door, the lights will dim out. Here are the controls for your sunroof, but the shade on the standard sunroof is manual. So you can move that back with your hand, and then you can open the sunroof like that. No problem. We have the wind buffeter that comes up, but it is raining, so we're going to close this pretty darn fast. And then it closes up, nicely done. And then we move the shade back with our hands. Sun visor with vanity. Does it slide? Yes, it does, to block out the side sun. Good job. All right, getting in the mid row, I have the driver's seat set for my driving position. So now we're going to pop on in. And plenty of room for my knees, plenty of room for my head at 5'11", plenty of shoulder width room. Nice material on the back, no plastic on the back of the seats. Nice large pocket behind the driver and front passenger seat. And then on the back, we have a little bit of a command center going on here. We have our rear climate control, which I engaged from the dash earlier. And so we got that set on 70, very nice. And then down below, we got a two USB-Cs. So they got you covered for connectivity in the back and for your air, which is nice. Door panel action, really nice look. Same consistency of design front to back. Here's the front door panel looking good. And now here's the back door panel looking good. So very nicely done. Same material, same everything, same design, which I like. The mid-row seats, looking good. Again, the same two-tone design with the black on the red. Nice headrests. Captain's chair's armrests are nice. Could be a little bit thicker, but they really are a pretty nice width compared to some of the others, and it's not a ratcheting one, so I like that. And then in between, you got two cup holders. So they got you covered there. And then we have our heat and air vents in the ceiling. So we're all set here in the mid-row of this Highlander. Getting in the third row, you come up to the mid-row, you pull this lever up, the seat folds forward and pushes forward, and a nice space to get in to this third row of the Highlander. And now, we pop right in. Oh, but I have to tell you, this third row is a bit tight back here. My knees are pretty tight. I put this mid-row seat back now, and I'll probably get myself locked in here. But if you can see, when it goes back to its normal position, I'm going to get my legs crunched. So not a lot of third row space in this Highlander, but what are you going to do? I mean, they're all like this for the most part. Small adults, children in the third row. Seating wise, we don't have the same vibe. We just have the plain black seats in the third row. They didn't put the two-tone action into the third row. Headrests are a little thin, so I think they could have done a little bit better on material choices here in this third row. But I don't know how many people are going to be using the third row, or they're just going to have it down all the time. I have a mid-size 3-row SUV, and I always have the third row down because I'm using the area for carrying stuff. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. But we do have two cup holders back here as well, and we do have heat and air vents in the ceiling. So we're all set back here, but I would like to see some connectivity in the back third row of the Highlander, because I don't see any right here at all. Okay, we're back at the tailgate. You can pop it from the key fob or from the dash, or if you forget, you can come up here right underneath the Toyota emblem, press the button. Nice electric assist on the way up, nice electric assist on the way down using this button here. With the third row up, good amount of storage space. Underneath we have storage for tools and whatnot, some plastic, so they got you covered there. Cargo net if you want to secure stuff. So a good amount of space here. We got a little cubby over here in case you need some extra hiding spots for stuff. Now to get that third row down, number one, this does recline all the way back here. So again, we had tight amount of space, but you can recline the third row if you need more space in the back, and I forgot to show you that on the previous segment, so that's a nice trick. Now to get these down, pull it up, let them down, the headrest will fall, and down we go. Watch the headrest, let it down, headrest will fall, let it go. Plenty of room now with the third row down. For those larger items, you can get the mid row down, but it's a two-handed job to get the mid row down. So I'm just going to show you what to do because I can't use both hands for this. But basically we have some buttons over here. This one you pull and to slide the seat back and forth. So that's what this is for. This one you pull to get the back of the seat flat. But what you have to do is you have to pull that up and then take that back. You got to pull it up and you got to hold it while you pull that one at the same time to get the seat to fall flat. That's too complicated as far as I'm concerned. You should be able to just hit this and the thing will fall flat, or hit this and the thing will fall flat. If you hit this one, then it only goes down that far and the seat moves forward. So I would like to see something more easier to operate to get these captain's chairs down than to have to push and hold this one and then push that one and push it down. But once you do, you're going to get a lot more space. But I don't have two hands to use, so I can't do that today. But a nice amount of space in the back of the Highlander. All right, we are driving this 2023 Toyota Highlander XSE all-wheel drive. And I've been driving it a little while before I turned the cameras on, and it's a really comfortable ride. I like these seats a lot as far as comfort goes. I have a low back problem, and I need comfortable seats in a car if I'm going to drive it a long distance, and these are really nice. They feel really good on my low back, and I got the power lumbar action going, so in case it gets a little sore, I can pop that lumbar on a little bit and help it out. So they're really nice. They're definitely more comfortable, I would say, than what I've experienced in, let's say, the Telluride or the Palisade or the Sorento. They're a little bit more firm, more of a European feel rather than a comfy feel. So I like these Highlander seats a lot. I like the ride in this car. It is comfortable. The sidewalls on these tires are soaking up the bumps. The suspension's well damped. The build quality is excellent. Everything is put together well. The panel gaps are tight. The steering is good. A bit vague and a bit light, but again, it's not a performance car, so it's not meant to do that. It's supposed to get you around town and haul your stuff and haul your family, and that's what this thing is designed for, and I think that's what it's good at. So we're going to come down here. I'm going to give it a little test. I don't have a lot of gas, so anyway, this isn't a fast car, but we'll give it a little test, see how it does. And here we go. We got 265 horsepower, 310 pound-feet of torque. Now the horsepower is very high up, but it gets the car up to speed beautifully. The max horsepower is very high up in the rev range. Max torque comes in low, 1600 RPM, to help get this car down the road nicely. And that's the whole purpose behind this Highlander. Now we got a really wet road today, so we're going to do an emergency stop, but from a much slower speed, because I don't want to slide on the wet roads. We had snow overnight, but that's melted away. So nice turn in. So we're going to go from about 40, 3, 2, 1. And that's very nice. Linear, wheel didn't pull, car stayed straight, didn't lock it up. Very nicely done. And now we're going to start right back down the road. Now again, turbo 4, a little noisy as you take off from first and second. That's to be expected in an engine like this. But Toyota went with this power plant for efficiency purposes on the gas mileage and on the emissions. And that's obviously the way of the world anymore, is to get better gas mileage and to cut down on emissions. That's why we're seeing the EV revolution going on. But it's got plenty of power to get you out into traffic. You have a confident merge on the highway, no problem at all. But we're going to start heading back to the dealership now, because I'm down to 6 miles of range on the gas tank. So there wasn't a lot of gas in here to begin with. I love the color combo. The dark blue with the black and blue seats on the interior, I think it's fantastic. Not something I would expect to see inside a Toyota, but I love this color combo for sure. One thing I'm not a big fan of is how the mid-row seats go down to get them flat for cargo space with that two-handed approach. I like to see Toyota make that mechanism a little bit simpler when they do a new generation of the Highlander. I didn't get a chance to try out the maps on the infotainment screen because you got to hook into your driver profile. This is a brand new car. I don't own it, so I can't set it up for me in here, so I have to kind of leave that part out. But we do have the Apple CarPlay and Android Auto compatibility. I like the heated seats. Would have liked to see a heated steering wheel. Plenty of USBs, plenty of power in the car as far as your 12 volts in the front and in the back. So they got you covered. Toyota has you covered all the way around with that kind of stuff. But it's a very pleasant and easy SUV to drive, and I can see why so many people like this car. But what do you guys think? Are you saying, hey, Mike, Highlander looks good to me? Or are you going a different direction? Because this is a highly competitive marketplace, right? You have the Highlander, of course, Pilot, you have the Telluride, you have the Palisade from Hyundai, then you have the American entries, Chevy Traverse, Ford Explorer. I mean, there are a lot of choices. And would you make this your choice? What do you guys think? What do you think about this Highlander? Would you make this your choice? Would you go in a different direction? And if you are going to go with the competition, let me know why you think it would be best for you to go that way. But overall, a really nice driving experience. I want to thank Team Toyota of Princeton for allowing the channel access to this 2023 Toyota Highlander XSE for review today. I would like to thank all of you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. Also, please consider subscribing and turning on that notification bell so you'll never miss another Shabby's Rides video. And I'll see all of you on the rebound. Take care, everyone.